Welcome back. I am starting to tie flies again. I have a new setup and I think it's going to be really good for fly tying videos. So I am going to get started here with one of my, probably my #1 pattern for catching brook trout and salmon. It just seems to work. And so I'm going to show you a few things. This is a size 6 Maine Fly Guys streamer hook. You really want to get the body completely orange. Like you want to get it completely. So they don't need to be touching wraps, you know. But the next, you have two options here. This is an order for someone. I'm tying this for someone. You can add in, like I use Frankendub, but you can put a little orange tail here with some, it's kind of like a, you know, just like a little more flash. But this is Rabbit Zonker, if I could get it. You basically want the tail to be as long as the shank of the body. This, so it's really, really small. It's only, the tail is only that long. See, but the tail I'm talking about, this section here, that needs to be as long as the body. So we come in. I hold it close to me. I also spread the fibers out so that the fibers are split like so. I hold it close to me because when I go to catch it, when I go to catch it, it spins on me. And so now when I catch it, if I trap it to my side, when I adjust it, it's nice and even on top. So after that, I take 2 wraps underneath to secure and then do those touching wraps moving forward. So you want the body to be completely orange. Then we're gonna do the same thing where we separate out some fibers here. Looking good, just like so. Do a nice loop wrap, and then you can cinch like so. Then I do a bunch of wraps up front to sort of pinch it in there, and then we'll come in and cut. Now, I use one of these. This is a magnet, okay? This is just a magnet clip. There are actual tools out there to do this next part, but I think they are just fool's gold. Alright, let's see here. So we're gonna catch this little tag end. I basically build a little collar here. This is, it's either a 3.6 or a 4.0 bead, so it's a pretty big bead. So I like to build up thread here so that when I make my final collar, it basically doesn't have this large indent right here. Doesn't have a large indent right here. So I build up this nice thick collar. Now what you're going to do is do a loop around your finger. So your thread is going to go around your finger to right behind the bead, and then I'm going to work back catching the loop, and then I'm going to do 1, 2 loops around. Now that is going to secure my loop. I move my thread back to right behind the bead, and I don't have a fancy one, or I used to, but it's gone now. So this is a tool here. Oh, let me get this thread off, that allows you to make a dubbing loop. What you do is you put that, let's see if I can get it right. You put it in between your loop. So now I'm in between that loop, like so. And all you do is you slide it down onto those hooks, and it makes this nice loop that you can put material in, like that. So then what I do is I go back to my Zonker strip, go back to it. I basically parse out some fibers that I want for the collar. So this looks good to me. And what I'm going to do is use my clip and just catch them like so. Then I will trim the fibers. And this, ooh, I got a little hook on the back there. This is what goes in that loop. Just like so. So I put it in that loop, loosen the clip. This, you're going to want to adjust the fibers so that they're all evenly distributed. And then, boom, you give it a spin. We give it a spin, we give it a spin. I give it like 2 or 3 spins. Oh, where's my tool here? There it is. And so now all the fibers are like clumped together. So you really need some type of pick brush. You can use, if you're like, you know what, Greg, I don't have the money for these kinds of things. You can use a toothbrush. That's what I used for the longest time. I actually Velcroed, do I have it within arm's reach? No. I actually Velcroed I glued a piece of Velcro onto a toothbrush for the longest time. And I did just fine with that. Okay, so now I'm gonna wrap forward. If you have too much, then what ends up happening is you end up getting this really bulky collar, and you really don't want that. So, okay, so we trim this. Boop. Now, forgot my wood finisher. Now we're gonna look to make sure everything is in place, which right now it's all fluffy, but this is what it looks like when it's wet. Let's see if I can center that just a little bit better. There we go. So this is what it looks like when it's wet. Obviously, this is the big piece, I think. You can't really see it there, but there it is. That orange belly, it does come through. It does come through when you are fishing. Like, you can see it. This collar too, you'll see that it's not overwhelming. I don't like an overwhelming collar on these. I like a little orange collar, like there's a little tiny one there. But, and then I'm telling you, I typically just do 2 whip finishes and call it good. But this is UV Craft, and it's like, it's amazing. I don't know. I was given some as a promo, and now it's the only thing that I use. And so we'll zap that. But this gets hit so frequently that I've been putting UV gel on the thread just because it gets hit so frequently. And so this is it. You'll see a few things. One, with the light there, do you see the belly light up? This for fall, like this pattern just can't be beat. It's just too good of a pattern. It's one of my first patterns that I go to every single time in the fall. So, I don't know, this is my setup now. As I'm looking at the video on this camera, it looks a lot better. And so, yeah, this is great. I love this setup. So I'm going to start doing more videos if I can. This is a must-have pattern for every single person who fishes for trout in New England, trout or salmon. It's just a must-have. So, okay. Man, this looks great. Why didn't I do this a long time ago? All right, I got to finish up this order, but I will be doing more videos, and you can follow us, Maine Fly Guys. Check out our shop at maineflyguys.com. And other than that, I'm in. I'm back. So we're going to do a lot more videos like this. See you later.